Okay, this video is going to be a little bit meta, trying a new thing here. I'm going to try to do a race breakdown of our Zwift race from yesterday. That was race number 1 in the Zwift Racing League Season 3, Chain Chomper on McCurry Islands. So I'm just here on the bike doing a little bit of Zone 2 for like 45 minutes this morning. Almost like a recovery ride, but not quite. So I'm going to try to just like stream this race video, see how it all went down. Thought I might as well do this while I'm on the bike. All right, so we're in the corral there, about to start. You can see that's me from yesterday. And we're off. I hope you can hear the audio okay. I don't know if it's going to like double it over or what, but wow, I need a better internet connection. Looks super choppy. It's weird to be flipping again. Yeah, so it's about a 60-person group start, or a 70. So big. The start wasn't too hard, as you can see. Just kind of flat and a big ball mass of the peloton. Just kind of cruising endurance there to stay in there and draft. My teammates are in this race. Breakfast Club teammates, Will, Derek, Steven, Sam, Huntington, Pete Watson's in here. Ethan Darling was in there. I think Jordan was in there too. This is A level, so you know this is hard. Everyone in this group is like elite level. If you poke through the results, like the top 3 guys are like current elite athletes. They usually are racing like A+ level in Zwift. You know, basically hovering around 5 watts per kilo FTP. So at kilometer 2.2, we got a sprint section yet right here. Yeah, so I didn't actually course recon this, which was a huge mistake. Like, I feel like course recon, like especially for courses with long climbs, it's like really good to have an understanding about how long they are. Okay, that's the first sprint section, by the way, which Sam Huntington murdered. So yeah, like I feel like one of the important parts of course recon is just like psychologically preparing yourself for like the length of hard efforts, or for me it is. So like this course basically featured, we'll get to it, this 5-minute long dirt climb, super steep. I had no idea how long that was going to be.
You. Yeah. Go me. Yeah.
I'm going to mute the video audio, and I think it's just like I'm going to end up talking over myself. Yeah, so course recon. I did have the course recon notes in front of me during the race, so that was super helpful. So I at least knew like where stuff started and how long they'd be. But yeah, it's always hard to tell hard to gauge an effort when you're doing it for the first time. So yeah, Will Derrick had a pretty interesting setup during his race. I believe he was in his garage with like 3 of his roommates who were also working out in the garage, like doing weights, I don't know, whatever it was, cardio. Pretty funny. Definitely boys club in there. Yeah, so we're working our way towards the Castle KQOM, which is like the first climb of the day. You can see the castle at the top of the hill there. We're going to be taking those windy switchbacks all the way to the top of that. This in itself was also a pretty long climb, but it wasn't the chain chomper, so to speak, just yet. Everyone here had fresh legs. I don't think the pack, it strung out, but did not get blown up just yet. But yeah, here we are hitting the Castle KQOM. Group is pretty much holding together. Yeah, you can see I'm pushing like over 5.5 for the most part on these climb sections. That was kind of a 5.5 watts per kilo was kind of the entry ticket if you wanted to be in the party in the lead group. You had to do that just to stay there. And then of course the trick was to hold it for 5 minutes on the dirt climb. But okay, we just crested the Castle KQOM. You can see the group's still together pretty much at this point. I was looking at my heart rate at this point, and I saw that it was like in the 180s, which is like high. I mean, I was looking at that being like, oh God, that's just not good. I think that was kind of a result of Red Rock Roubaix this past Sunday. It's like a 100-mile race that was full gas with like Cat 1 level guys. I'm Cat 3 still technically, so I mean for me it was hard. I was still feeling it even this Tuesday. you know, basically all my platforms raised my like heart rate threshold to the 180 to 180. So I was like, okay, damn. At 30 years old, I don't know what to make of it, but whatever. All right, so this is the top of Castle KQOM. People really gunned for this. I was, you know, I'm basically feeling the limit. At least the limit's like right there. Speaking of, let me get this fan going. Actually, that's a little loud. Yeah, the group splintered a little bit, as you can see. But it's staying together for the most part. Yeah, I mean, it eased off considerably. I think people know what's coming up. It's that dirt climb. This dirt climb in the middle. I think it was about two miles long. When I started it, I'll talk about it when we get there, but you know, I was like, holy, this thing is long. Like, oh, I was expecting like a 1 minute, 2 minute effort. You know, got to 2.5 minutes and I was like, oh man, this is way longer than I thought it would be. I really got to watch my, watch what's happening with my body. So this is the start of the dirt climb, I think. Yeah. God, that thing sucked. Ugh. It also like wasn't a good feeling to look around and see only Tron bikes around me. Like, oh man, this is not going to be good. There's like only a few people not on Tron bikes. I was on the Canyon Aero Road with DT Swiss like aero wheels, which I think I should have gone with the lightweight wheels. Okay, yeah, you can see, I mean, we're like doing close to 5.5. You know, I'm holding like 5.2. That's just the ticket. That's the ticket you got to punch just to be here. Yeah, I had no idea how much like dirt makes an impact in the Zwift stuff. I mean, it's just like pure watts per kilo base. Like aero goes out the window. Freaking, yeah, it's just, it slows you down. People are even using their aero boosts right now. Yeah, heart rate like basically high 180s. God, it was starting to hurt here. Well, I guess it wasn't hurting yet, but like, you know, I was looking at the map thinking like, oh yeah, that water bit, okay, that must be where the segment ends. So that's as far as I need to make it. No, sir. That was not the case. Maury said, turns out that was a lie. Yeah, that front group is holding like over 5 watts. Sam Huntington's up there doing 6. Oh my goodness. Good job, Sam. That guy's a beast. Yeah, you can see my face. I was starting to feel this. This is starting to get hard. I'm like gritting my teeth, just like trying to fight for some, like, I don't know, high cadence, something just to keep squeezing power out. But I think at this point I was looking at my notes and like seeing that the dirt section was like 2 miles long, trying to do the math on the length of time. I was like, oh shit, this is going to be really long. I think this is where it goes. This is where I start to get popped a little bit. I can see that group leaving very slowly. I'm trying to fight to stay there. I'm seeing that folks in front, that group's doing a little over 5. Some are doing 5.5. Some are doing 6. Holy crap. And this is where, yeah, psychologically, this is where I broke. I'm just fighting to hold 400 watts for me, fighting to hold 5 over 5. Yeah, this was it. Whew. Oh, man, Zwift racing is brutal, man. Okay, so I'm resigned now to get popped, but I'm going to chase for sure, for damn sure. I know from previous races that the front group will like ease off after the big climb, and it's a good chance to try to catch on. Like, of course, you're going to like basically blow your load trying to catch on, but you got to try to make it happen and then find out what happens afterwards. There's just like no ifs, ands, or buts. So I've got my partner here, whoever that is. Oh, this Metcalf guy who apparently this guy's like 60 something and he won like seniors world track. I found out afterwards. So I wish I had known that afterwards or during the race, because this guy is definitely a good partner to try to chase with. But yeah, I mean, I'm watching that gap. It's 10 seconds, 11 seconds. So it's not the end of the world, but that's a big gap on this dirt road. Anyway, I'm just trying to hold, right? I don't want to give too much ground to the front group. Trying to let Metcalf, wow, he's actually blowing me up pretty hard. We'll rejoin later, but the idea, find some stragglers to try to work a chase group with and see if we could even get close. Which, like, later on, we were like within 5-7 seconds of them, of the front group. We could see them around the bends. So, but that was at a huge price. I mean, it was just so unfair seeing that front group and knowing that probably wasn't going to happen. Oh man, so you can see like 180 heart rate, and I'm doing like tempo watts, tempo level. So things are crashing. All energy systems are screwed up. But I can see the front group there still like in the sidebar. I can see that some of them are doing less than 3 watts. So I know they're easing off after this dirt section. So now is the time to try to press as much as I can, at least. So these two guys, I think I like sprinted to latch on. Yeah, like did like a short sprint to try to grab their draft. And here we go. Game is on. The pursuit is ready to go. Kind of rested. So I'm going to try to go for it. Ooh, I'm doing like a zone 2 workout right now. I'm so glad it's only 45 minutes because I am pretty toast. Probably should have gone outside and did a recovery trail ride on Town Lake, but too late now. So we finally freaking hit the road section, which that just felt so good. Like, hallelujah. We can roll turns. We're on the road. Not as much climbing left. Thank God. You know, I did not like this course. I actually really liked it, but I really didn't like that I didn't recon it. I had like no clue that that dirt climb was so long, and God, I paid the price for that. Yeah, so we got a nice clean 3-man group. We see the 2 in front, you know, or maybe it's one guy. Yeah, Metcalf or Bossy. 2 guys. They see us coming, so we know we're going to have a 5-man pace line to chase with. Try to bring down that 19-second gap to the lead group, which, hey, that's a lot. That is a fucking, sorry, language. That is a lot. But I think sometimes with this, like, with competition in general, like endurance sports specifically, and then like competitive sports in general, you kind of just have to be a crazy person, or at least have a crazy person mentality. And what I mean by that is, like, you do need to be calculated, but I think some part of your mindset needs to just be like wild. Like, what's his name from the Muppets? Like, the guy who hits the drums all the time. You just got to smash drums and not think about it. Just go ape crazy. Go ape crazy, thinking you can bring back a 17-second break, which has A+ elite level riders in it. You just got to think that that's possible. But, you know, with this 5-man group, who knows? These guys are strong. I mean, I looked them up after the race, and they're all super strong in their own right. Like I said, Metcalf, senior track world champion. Senior track world champion. That's not nothing. So I kind of pulled my phone out and messaged the group pull. You can see there. That was a little aggressive sounding, but I was on the limit and didn't have like every letter counted. I just kind of wanted to signal to everyone that, like, let's like pursue in an organized fashion. And my lizard brain, all I could eke out at this point was the word pull. Couldn't exactly type like, please let's form a pace line and pursue. All right, so I can see the front group. They just sprinted for the country sprint. They're going to ease off after that, as they always do. So this is like our chance. We're on the road, 14 seconds. They're all going to be looking at each other. Yeah, I mean, we're pressing on. You can see, like, this group is trying to push. You know, I'd love to have some of our local Austin, like Cat 1s, join Zwift Racing. I'd be interested to race against them. I mean, obviously they're super high level. But, you know, I think Zwift Racing kind of like really isolates your strengths and weaknesses in a way that just racing outside on the road like doesn't. In road racing, I think, and especially in crit racing, you can hide a lot. Like you can hide your weaknesses with different strategies. In Zwift, no, like if you can't push the watts per kilo, you're just not gonna, it's not your day. There's just so many variables in like, you know, real life racing. People's bikes, like equipment preparation, course knowledge, like psychologically, are they, you know, are they there? Are they hungry? Are they want to get after the win? Are they just chilling? Like so many variables in real life racing, which you can like identify with people's body language during a race. Obviously here, there's no such thing. You're just like, you know, assuming that someone's going to pull through their like digital avatar. You know, you can't spot any signs or signals, any information. So it's kind of hard. You just kind of have to, you just got to go your own way. You got to press on just like this. I'm just trying to like show the group that I'll take short pulls and then I'm going to let off for someone else to pull. Hopefully that'll like signal my intent. I think it's pretty clear. Yeah, so this course, we're going back up the Castle KQOM, and then we're going to do the dirt climb one more time to the finish. So it's like a mountaintop finish. 4.6K left. This was about as close as we got to the front group. 7 seconds, I think, maybe 6.5. But we like, I mean, look at that map. Like you can see them. You can see that group around the corners. And that was like very motivating. We're so close. Oh my God. Oh, like right there. Like you can just see them up the road. Oh my God. But it's a 4% climb. 5 seconds is an eternity on a climb. Heart rate's still at 190 on my end. I mean, what can I say? This was my ceiling for yesterday, for that day. That was it. So I put in kind of one last sprint. I want to bridge to that group so badly. Like, oh, here's the climb. If I can just like do more than 6 watts per kilo for like a minute, I can make it. Oh, they're right there. They are right there. Oh, you know, my pursuit group, they thought the same thing. They can see them. They can taste the sweet, sweet nectar of joining the lead group again, and then imagining visions of blowing right past them because they're tired and going for the win, baby. But alas, here we go. I hit that flat section at the top, And I was like, no way. Like, okay, I have to rest or I'm going to blow up. I need to lean on the pursuit group. Lead group sprinted for the KOM points, just like Metcalf just did here. So, yeah, their lead, as you can see, ballooned back up to 15 seconds, which that's a killer. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, the catch won't happen here. If a catch is going to happen, it's going to be on that dirt climb. And I know at this point, I am dying. And so I'm not exactly thinking like, yo, I'm about to smash this upcoming 5-minute all-out interval. I was not thinking that way. I was not thinking crazy. I was thinking very sensibly, which is why I dropped back here, let the group pull again. All right, so we're coming up here. This is the village sprint. Lead group is 16 seconds up the road. It's about a group of 11 up there. I don't know what my other pursuers thought at this point, but I think we were kind of thinking like, here we go. One more effort to catch lead group, which is right there around the corner. I guess if we don't make it, we're going to start gearing up to sprint each other for the finale. So 2K to the finish right here. That is so long on this track. It's 8%. It's dirt. It's like 5 minutes. I was not happy. You can see that. That's not my happy face. That is not a happy camper. Yeah, that face is why I don't mount a GoPro onto my handlebar and towards my face, because nobody wants to see that. All right, so this is it. Dirt climb. Time to bust. Time to give it everything. We got a straggler here that fell off the front group. He probably has no intention to join us. I think we probably just blow past him. Yeah, this is starting to be painful. I mean, it's like these moments where I feel like I'm like a computer that's just going haywire, like trying to like at the same time like interpret all the information I have, and on the other hand like deal with the real physical pain that's happening. It's kind of like my lizard brain is fighting with whatever the other part of the brain is. I have no idea. That's trying to like stay rational. It's like those two sides are just contending with each other at this point. And there's just like nothing is produced out of that. So I think I'm telling myself at this point, like, stay 5 watts per kilo and just hold that and don't watch the group around. Yeah, obviously, I think I went against that, decided to give myself like a quick micro rest, let the group kind of go in front, and then get back on it. Yeah, this is 1K to go. Front group is 13 seconds up. That race is won over there. I think we all know it. What we're doing now is we're getting ready to sprint each other. So in this racing season, in the Zwift season, there's like a new point scoring feature called like group score, where you can actually win points still against your group. And I think like, I have no idea how it works or like determines what a group is, but basically lets people who got dropped out of the front of the race keep trying to score points. So I would assume this is a group that would qualify for that. So, you know, I think we're all 5 of us, we're just preparing to sprint each other. So that means the games begin, cat and mouse, trying to rest a little bit where we can. I'm obviously not doing a good job at that. I think I'm just trying to press on. I honestly hate these situations. Like, I'm not terribly great at a cat and mouse end game sprint. So here it comes. You can see that finish line on the map. I think I decided to launch my sprint somewhere around here. Or no, I delayed too long. I'm getting ready for it, but yeah, they already lit it up. I'm already too far behind. I waited way too long. At this point, no way. I'm gonna have to pip that guy and then take my, I guess, third from that group, which netted me 14th overall. And look at Sam Huntington, 9th. That's awesome. Good job, Sam. Sam and I both averaged 4.6 watts per kilo in this race, tying one other guy. All 3 of us were the highest watts per kilo in this race, which is like, you know, you think the guys who won did like 4.3, 4.4, 4.2. It's like, how does that happen? I know there's probably easy explanations for that, but, you know, maybe like Sam sprinted really hard for one of the sprints and those top finishers did not. I don't know, but that's what it was. Wasn't my day. Wasn't exactly feeling badly, but it's like one of those days where you don't feel badly, but you hit a ceiling, and you know you hit a ceiling. Like, when you're at the ceiling, you're like, I don't feel worse than normal, but I know I'm at a ceiling. Like, I know my body is like not going to juice out any more than this. That's how I felt. It was a good race. It was fun. Glad to be back doing this Zwift racing. We'll be racing every Tuesday until Valentine's Day. Come watch, check us out. If you like this video, let me know in the comments. I mean that sincerely. I just started like kind of playing around with this stuff. I am not polished at all. I am not exactly like a broadcast host personality, I understand, but I just like this stuff. Like, I like racing. I like competition, sports competition. I like bike racing. I like training a lot. And I like all aspects of that, nutrition, periodization. I'm a huge Dylan Johnson fan. I love the data. I like trying to get marginal gains, aka Marginal Gains Podcast. So, look, I'm not funny, but I'm enthusiastic, and that counts for something. So, thanks for watching this. Yeah, hit me up with questions. Subscribe if you will. Check out all my stuff going on. And yeah, let's do this together. I mean, more fun for everyone, the merrier. So thanks for watching, and see you next Tuesday at the next race live stream, race number 2. Cheers.